Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm probably taking a bit of a risk because I'm not feeling 100%. I've got a fever today and I'm feeling pretty rough and I didn't sleep last night. But I wanted to do on a list of rehouses that I've got. These are the ones that at the minute I'm not looking forward to. You can see the enclosures, so it's going to be a fossorial because these are the arboreal enclosures, but I love using these for the fossorials. As you've seen in previously, I keep them all down there on my shelf, and I did the 5-in-1 rehouse. So these two I left because they're a pain. Every time I go in to feed, there's a chance of them escaping every time. And it's normally, in fact, both of them, but this one's super defensive sometimes. And this one is the chilobrachys guangxiensis, the Chinese fawn. So I'm going to put it inside here on this enclosure. Let me just show you what I've done. So I've done plenty of substrate with a 1 part cocoa fibre and 1 part topsoil all mixed through, and I break down all the topsoil bits just so we don't get any humidity sticking to the topsoil, and then it makes the cocoa fibre go mouldy. So that's my tip. So I break down all the balls. As you can see, you get little bits like this, it's clustered together. Anything over 1 centimetre, then I would just do this and crumble it down, and it just stops it from creating the mould. And I've just done a nice deep starter burrow, water dish, a fake twig and a plant. That's it, because I think it's going to web up in this enclosure. But with this one, Chinese fawn, you think it's a fossorial species, but if you don't give them enough depth, they won't go down and they won't burrow down. They'll actually web all over the enclosure and create their own little den. Because I've got it in this tub since a sling, and I'd say it's 2 inches now. I don't know if you can see that there, but what it's done is it's done a central chamber and then just webbed up around, and it just runs around. So when I crack this open, it goes absolutely mental sometimes, flies out, and I've got to be quick. And God, this has got to be one of the fastest chilobrachys I think I own at the minute. This thing is lightning fast. So I've been putting it off because I think when I put it in here, I wanted to do it in my big tubs, and then if I've got an escape, but I just, for some reason today, excuse me, I'm just like, nah, just put it in here. If it escapes, it escapes. So I'm just going to plonk it in, take this off, and hopefully touch it and it goes the right direction. So that's what's going in that one. This one, again, a fossorial tub that I'm going to do. I'll show you what I've done on the inside. Similar sort of thing, similar setup, and a little bit shallower on this one. So I've not come up as far. So, and there's a reason for that with this one. And I've done a starter burrow, and that is it. And what's going in here is the Haplocosmia Himalayana, and I've got that, you could probably see it out there, but this one is absolutely nuts. It goes all over the place, runs in, runs out, it panics every single time. It likes the dark, and I had it in here from a pet shop. They just sold me this tub and everything together, and I put it in there. But I want to have a good look at it, hopefully, before it darts off. But this one looks like an LP at the minute, and it doesn't look like a Himalayan earth tiger, because I've had some of these before and never managed to get one to full size. But they're not really big tarantulas. I think they only get about this big, and they have like bands across the legs, but they have like quite skinny legs and less hair. And this one is hairy all over, and I've had it before where I've gone and bought stuff from a pet store thinking it's something, and then later on within a few months I noticed it's an actual different species of spider. So I'm not too sure with this one until I get it grown on a bit, but obviously you guys, if you're in the know as well and you've got some that have went larger, you might notice this is the same. So hopefully at the minute, I think it potentially is. I can sort of see the bands, but I'll show you when I get that out. So that's the two I'm going to do today. So I'll bring you closer and then we'll have a look at it. I'll just try to think, should I do the Chinese fawn first or that one? I think I'm going to do the Himalayan earth tiger because that one's quite fast and quite erratic. The Chinese fawn is fast, but she'll normally go into a display, so it gives me a chance to manipulate her and catch her. So let's do this one first. Let me bring you closer. I think you guys can see there. All right, catch cup ready. What I'm going to do is pop this one in. Just crack these locks. Hopefully this will go smooth. Not sure if you Not sure if you can see that there, it's sort of semi-hiding. I'm touching it, it's not reacting yet. Come on. Alright, just going to have to pull this out. But I've managed to get it above the soil. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments what you think of this one. This is why I normally don't like buying spiders off local pet stores. Some of them are doing really, really well, but obviously you don't know who sold it to them, if it is what they say. But doesn't look like the last couple Himalayan earth tigers I've had, but it could be. But I'm just going to keep this one growing on and see if it shows the signs that I normally see. But if that looks similar to what you guys have had, it's over 2 inches, it's almost 3 inches long. The legs remind me of it. It's got slight bands showing across, so maybe it's just got to change a little bit more as it gets older. But I'm not too sure. You're going to bite. Oh, yep. Come on. There we go. See, I am just not sure with this. It looks like an LP to me, but it's living fossorially. But then I've got a couple of LPs that do similar as well. But, oh, I'm not too sure. There we go, it's going down. Beautiful, that behaved quite well. Well, that's that one in, so I think I'll let that settle, but let me know in the comments what you guys think, what species you think that is. I've had another one before where it was a reduncus, but then it wasn't a reduncus, and then it was a Panama blonde, but you can't be too careful. But that does not look like a Himalayan earth tiger to me at this minute. I could be wrong, but let's see what the Chinese fawn does. I actually thought it would be the Himalayan earth tiger, the one that absolutely ran everywhere and caused me a lot of hassle, but that was absolutely fine. So now I'm dreading it, thinking it's going to be this one, but let's just pop it in and see what happens. The only thing with these lids on these deli cups, they're a nightmare to open, and it makes the spider go in defense straight away. Not sure if you can see that on the camera there, but it is just there. So I'm going to try and crack this and then place it down like that and see if I can encourage it out that way, but you never know with these. Let me just crack the lid. Already went into defense. Now I think it's webbed up under the actual center of the lid, so the spider's here at the minute if you can't see it, but I just cracked the lid and it went into threat pose. Not keeping my finger anywhere near this one. Just trying to prise off the actual substrate and the webbing from the top so I can remove the lid. There we go. Right, now I have touched this before with this stick and it flew up the stick. So let's see what happens. Oh. Now I have nearly lost this one a couple of times, so I'm hoping not today. Right, there we go. His fangs are going to come out. See if I can lift it up and over. Oh, you legend, Gav. Go on, get down there. Oh, God. That's the worst thing. I'm not scared of this. It's just when you're filming and you're trying to look through the camera, you get a slight seconds delay from what actually happens to what you see, and it's so off-putting. Let's see if I can remove that tub and then give you a closer look without it going anywhere. Right, it's starting to get its fawn coloration now, like a light tan brown, almost OBT-ish. So I've had this one for absolutely ages. It just takes an age to grow this one for some reason. I did have 2 of these, but the other one died after a bad molt. And this one constantly eats. And I'm interested in seeing if it's going to stay out and web up the top, or if it's going to go down and use its burrow that I've done. If you give them a burrow, I think they will use that, but I reckon it will just web up around the entrance. But that is stunning, and that went smoother than what I thought. So I don't want to push it too much. I should put the lid on really, but just look at it. God, I love my spiders. Absolutely beautiful. Right, so I'm very happy with that. That both went smooth. So it looks like I've bought another spider from a pet store close to me. I'm not going to name it, and it isn't actually the spider that it says, but I'm going to leave it with the name on there as a Himalayan earth tiger for the minute until I see it grow a bit more, and when it matures you'll be able to get more of a definite idea of what it is. I'm going to be able to see from how it's living if it goes down fossorially. It doesn't look like an LP. There's differences from an LP, but then the Himalayan earth tiger I had, they had the colorations at this size, so it was completely different and it acted completely different. I don't know, so let me know what you think in the comments below, but that both went smoothly, and I know that's a guangxiensis. That is lovely. That is definitely one to have if you love your chilobrachys species. But I'm going to keep everyone posted on this one, so I'm just going to keep feeding it, see how it lives, do some more research and have a look at what it looks like as it grows. But I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you in the next video.